You might be wondering how to change your lifestyle to lose weight. Well, I am your girl. You came to the right video. Let's keep watching. In this video, we'll talk about, is a lifestyle change really that important to lose weight? I mean, come on, it shouldn't be that hard, right? And then we'll cover what sort of things need to change in order to lose weight. And last, I'll show you the easiest way to make a lifestyle change. So that buzzword, like lifestyle change, I mean, people talk about you gotta change your lifestyle. People throw around that phrase all the time. It's like, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. And it boils down to, it's such a broad phrase, lifestyle change. It's such a gray area for me. What does that even mean? I get so sick of hearing that. But the reality is, hey, if you wanna lose weight, we got to talk about maybe your lifestyle changing. So the first thing you got to do is realize how you got in this mess to begin with. All right, Margarita Mondays, followed by Taco Tuesdays, followed by going out for pie and coffee after church on Wednesdays. Come on, ain't nobody getting fat off one slice of pizza. And you haven't gotten into this mess with one margarita, all right? It's 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. The way you gain weight is the accumulation of poor choices over time. I can tell you right now, anytime I've ever gained weight, it was never from just one. It was never even from one poor day of eating. It was from back to back to back days of poor eating and poor choices. It was the accumulation of the crap. And everybody says, well, it's just one. The problem is, yes, it is just one Hershey's Kiss off your coworker's desk. And then a couple hours later, it's just one handful of peanut M&Ms from the receptionist's desk. And then a couple hours later, it's just one slice of pizza when you're shopping at Costco in the food court. And then it's some samples in Costco. Come on. It's the accumulation of all these just ones piling up. That's how you get fat. That's how you get yourself in this mess. Nobody's getting fat off truly just one. The problem is you think it's just one because at that exact moment, at that very time, you are only grabbing one Hershey's Kiss. But you forget that you've been doing that 11 times through the day. You forget that you have been putting crap in your mouth that doesn't belong there, mindlessly eating. You forget that you have been mindlessly eating throughout the day, putting crap in your mouth, and you don't even know you do it. Look, maybe your Diet Coke habit has just gotten out of control and you haven't drank actual water in 4 weeks. I got a lot of people who do that. When they fill out a custom program, the 33 question questionnaire for me to write a customized program for them, I ask them to be honest, and people are honest. I'm really glad they're honest. And I'll say, how much water do you drink? And people will be like, look, I have a whole pot of coffee and then I switch to Diet Coke and then I switch to wine. People aren't drinking water. These bad habits, they build up. And you think it's only gonna be, well, just tonight I'm gonna have one glass of wine. Come on, ain't nobody having just one glass of wine. And it's just these bad habits seem to compile and then the damage is huge. It's gotten completely out of control. Perhaps you've gotten into the bad habit of watching Netflix till 2 o'clock in the morning. And you stopped getting a good night's sleep. The bedroom boundaries that we put in place as Code Red Rebels, they're there for our own good. Nobody needs to be staying up late. Nobody needs to be up past 10. Nobody needs to be up that late. There's nothing good that's happening at midnight. What are you doing up that late? What are you doing? And what's your 15-year-old son doing out until 1 o'clock in the morning? Don't get me started, guys, on your kids, ladies. Come on, you're not their friends, you're their parents. Regulate your household, guys. Set up some boundaries. And a lot of times, we had boundaries in place. We let them slip. We let them slide. We let them get a little loose. And you've gotten some bad habits that have just caused you to really get off track. The problem is these bad habits that I just listed, these have become your new lifestyle. Binge watching Game of Thrones till 1 o'clock in the morning with the big bowl of popcorn balanced on your chest, washing it down with wine, going out with the girls 3 times a week, ordering DoorDash. Like, this has become your new lifestyle. These bad habits are not just a temporary, I'm just going off the rails for 2 days. No, this has become your lifestyle. So in order to turn things around, we got to put in place new lifestyle habits. And you might notice I keep saying the word habits. Yeah, these are bad habits, and they can turn into good habits. It goes both ways. I mean, yes, the way you gain weight is the accumulation of bad habits and bad choices, but the way you lose weight is the accumulation of good choices. It's equal in both directions. See, people use the word motivation all the time, but you will not ever hear me say the word motivation. I don't believe in motivation. I don't believe it does you any good. You cannot rely on motivation. That's not how this game is played. Let me explain to you what motivation is. Motivation is me scrolling through Instagram and seeing a really fit CrossFit chick on there and be like, ooh, golly, I love that overhead snatch. Like, look at how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh. And me saying like, oh, she looks so good, and I need to get to the gym more. In that moment, I'm motivated, right? In that moment when that girl is on my screen, I'm motivated. Man, I gotta get to the gym more, like, woo! And as soon as it scrolls right past, the motivation's gone. Then as the next thing pops up on my newsfeed, it's rescuing a puppy. It's the dodo. You guys know the dodo? Rescuing a puppy. I love dog rescue sites. And all of a sudden, I'm motivated to go rescue another dog from the shelter. Man, these dogs need a good home, and I've got a big enough home. I need a third dog. I'm motivated in that moment. I scroll right past. Next thing I know is something else. That's how motivation works. It's fleeting. It doesn't stay. It cannot be relied upon. And a lot of people say like, oh, I'm joining Code Red. And I'll say in the questionnaire or in paperwork, or I'll ask people, why are you joining Code Red? Why you? Oh, I'm just looking to you for motivation. And I'm like, I'm going to let them down. I mean, because I take motivation out of this. I lean into routine. We put routines in place. So motivation is a word I don't like, I don't use, and you're going to notice me coming down hard on those of you who do use it, because that's not how you get things done. That's not how you lose weight, and that's not how you change your lifestyle. You don't wait to be motivated. I'm not motivated to be faithful to my husband. I do it because it's the right thing to do, and I love him. I'm not motivated to go walk my dogs. You think I want to go walk my dogs sometimes? No, I'm not motivated to do it. I do it because that's part of being a good dog owner. You walk your dogs at least 2 walks a day for 30 minutes each. I'm not motivated to pick up dog poop. You do it because I want my yard to look nice. Motivation has nothing to do with anything. So get that out of your vocabulary. Get that out of your mindset. I'm just waiting to feel motivated. It's not going to happen, Karen. That's why we got to change our lifestyle. Before I go on in this video, I want to hear from you because I love to get to know you. And, we've talked about some bad habits. We're talking about you losing motivation. Comment below and tell me, have you let a few bad habits turn into your bad lifestyle? I mean, I don't want to use the word bad, but for lack of a better word, comment below and kind of tell me how you're feeling on this whole thing. When it comes to drinking my water, everybody knows I hate drinking my water. I do. I hate drinking it. I'm not motivated to drink my water. I would rather drink coffee all day long. If you gave me a choice, I love coffee. Why can't that be something I need to have a gallon a day? I don't want to drink my water. I'm not motivated, but I do it because it's the right thing to do. I do it because it's vital to my health that I keep up with my water drinking. I do it because of the countless benefits that there are to proper hydration. I do it because I want to feel good. I want my skin to look good. And I want my weight to stay down. And yeah, that's what water does. Motivation has nothing to do with me drinking my water. It's just the right thing to do for a whole host of other reasons. Motivation wanes, discipline wobbles, willpower wears down. Nobody is binge eating in the morning. We all binge eat. If anybody's gonna binge eat, we're gonna go crazy at night, right? And that's because your willpower just wears down. These things happen if you do not make lifestyle changes. You cannot rely on motivation. You cannot rely on discipline. You cannot rely on certain things that we're led to believe. That's not how this game is played. It has to happen with a lifestyle change. So what you need to hear, of course, I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. What you need to hear, and the reality is that the only way to make weight loss work is you have to change your lifestyle. You actually have to change your environment and your lifestyle. So that means change your environment. Here's an example. How about your friends? Are your friends maybe heavy drinkers and you used to be one? And I can tell you right now that drinking and weight loss don't mix. So if you and your friends used to do like girls weekend and you went to the winery, or maybe you go out to happy hour at Chili's, or maybe you guys go sit by the pool and drink margaritas every Monday evening while their kids are at soccer practice. I don't know. I don't know what you guys do, but you might need to change some friends. And you don't need to make a big announcement about this. Don't be like, let me tell you something. You suck for me and I can't, and I don't need you in my life. My gosh, don't say anything. Don't do that. You just need to decide that this might not be the best place for you to be and the best relationship for you to be in while you're making these changes in your life. And if you want to be healthy, you need to get healthy friends. I think JJ Virgin said that. She said, if you want to be fit, get some really fit friends. I mean, seriously, I hang around some CrossFit girls, and it's so much fun to hang around people who are like-minded because they want to be healthy. They make healthy decisions. They eat healthy. They have a healthy mindset. They're strong. I like that. And so changing your environment could mean changing your friends, because that goes along with ultimately changing your lifestyle. This isn't just something that you're doing to make your boyfriend's ex-girlfriend jealous. Like, you're not trying to get healthy to be able to, go on a princess cruise this summer. All right. We're trying to make a lifestyle change to where you never have to go around this mountain again. So that might require you rethinking some of the circle of people that you hang out with. Hey, listen, I've got a personal example here. When I lived in New York City from 2005 to 2009, and I was a celebrity trainer and a professional athlete, and I lived on the Upper West Side with my dog Champ, and life seemed so great, but I was full of anxiety and sadness, and I missed my family so much, and I hadn't had a boyfriend in like 7 years. I wanted a boyfriend. I wanted my family. I was so lonely, and I dealt with my loneliness by emotionally eating. I developed this M&M addiction. I know, go ahead and laugh. I mean, I'm not laughing at your addiction. That's why when you tell me you were sugar addicted, I get it. I was too. So I would eat peanut M&Ms, and I would eat an entire pound of peanut M&Ms every single night. I would lay in bed and I would watch a Netflix. This is back when Netflix actually mailed you in the mail a DVD, and I would eat this incredibly toxic level of sugar. And what it would do, it would temporarily make me so uncomfortable that I would forget about my emotional problems. Like, I would forget about my sadness and the way I would miss my family. I would forget all that stuff because I would be so miserably sick. Does that sound crazy to you? I know you probably do some kind of emotional eating too. Everybody does. But when I went to counseling and I was breaking my M&M addiction, I actually had to start taking a different route back from the train. So I would take the train up to the 100th and West Broadway, and I would not walk to my apartment because I didn't want to walk past that same store where I would always buy my nightly M&Ms as my drug dealer. I mean, that's how it was. So I had to my counselor had me take a different route home to avoid that trigger, to avoid that where I bought my M&Ms. That is part of making a lifestyle change. So maybe if you're a nighttime snacker and you want to make a lifestyle change and you don't want to snack at night, which none of us, we don't snack as rebels, do we? No, we do not. And we do not eat at nights. No, we do not. Our challenge rules state that we don't eat past 6:30 p.m. And Custom Program, they're on their own. We customize their eating times for them. But hey, if you're one of those people that eats late at night and you snack at night, you might need to change your environment to where you get a dog and you walk your dog at night instead of being in the kitchen. Like, you say, hey, the kitchen is closed. I have people that have actually hung signs on their kitchen and it said the kitchen is closed, and they put like tape around their kitchen so they can't go inside of it. I mean, whatever it takes, but you've got to make a lifestyle change. A lifestyle change to me would definitely be getting a dog, and the dog requires a walk at night to keep you out of the house. That's an idea. But that's another example of a lifestyle change to help the weight loss stick. And perhaps you need a different nighttime routine in general in order to prevent you from staying out late or staying up late and watching Netflix late, or trying to just being up late, which is never good for us. Maybe you start a different bedtime routine that requires a bath. It requires night cream. It requires your skincare routine. It requires some sort of meditation. Don't laugh. It works. It requires journaling. It might require you doing a bedtime routine. Talk about a lifestyle change. I mean, a lot of moms tell me, like, as soon as they started sleeping, they started losing weight. But they were not sleeping until they changed their kids' nighttime routine, until they started to get their kids ready and bathed and in bed, and bedtime stories and kisses and hugs and everything at a decent hour, no iPads in bed. And everybody got to bed, and the mom could go to bed, and the weight started pouring off. So this is part of a lifestyle change. Remember, it's not a temporary change. A temporary change is a temporary change. I'm talking about a lifestyle change. So some pretty drastic things might need to happen in your life in order for this to stick. You must create new habits, new routines to create a new lifestyle so this weight loss can be successful. This can't just be temporary. It can't be something you do for 12 days to make your boyfriend's ex-girlfriend jealous. It can't be something you do just to make your prom dress fit a little looser. We're talking about, seriously, not ever going around this mountain again. We're talking about making sure you never battle this weight. How many of us have lost and gained the same 20 pounds over and over and over? Why do you want to keep going through this? You want to solidify this weight loss with concrete, firm lifestyle changes. Take it seriously. The easiest way to make a lifestyle change is join the next challenge. I know I sound redundant because I say this in every video, but it's truly the best place to start, and I'll tell you why. Hold on with me a second. Let me explain. I'll tell you why. Because I introduce the lifestyle in small, bite-sized pieces. I don't just like a fire hydrant, like a water hose. I don't do that in your face. We make small changes. We drink water, we get our sleep, we weigh ourselves every day. We eat off the food list, we follow some simple rules, and we lose weight. It is a great way to introduce you to this lifestyle. It's a great way to keep it simple and for me to prove to you that you were brainwashed to believe something that wasn't true in the past. And this is my chance to prove to you that not just learning, but unlearning things that just simply don't work and that didn't work for you. It's a new day, and there's a new challenge starting soon. I would love to have you in it. I've linked everything up below, so click on the link, and I'll see you in the next video.